Hello everyone and welcome to the Starseed Dragon channel. I actually wasn't even expecting this for a few more days, so I was quite surprised to see this in my mail today. Actually, it was delivered from my Pony Express guy. It is the Folklore Tarot by Rowan Ortins. And I actually got this on Mercari, believe it or not. A lady who has a shop called Decks for Rex on Mercari sells authentic decks. This is sealed, so it's brand new. Here is the ISBN number, and I found a link in the that will be in the description box below for Amazon, but I would go to usgamesystems.com. I believe that you would get an authentic deck from the actual manufacturer that is licensed to produce these. They have a contract with the creator. So this deck actually came out last year in July of 2023, and I don't know why I didn't buy it back then, but I got it now. And since I want to play with it, I thought I would review it first, right? So here we are, the Folklore Tarot. It's in a nice box. It is, let me get my readers on, and I'll read the back of it for you. Guidance for today from ancient storytellers' wisdom. Inspired by rich mythological traditions, Folklore Tarot presents deep universal truths about the nature of our world. Though originating from diverse cultures, the stories of myth and legend share common themes, pathways, and archetypes which are woven into powerful symbols of tarot. Folklore Tarot bridges the gap between the past and the present, bringing the wisdom of ancient beings to guide us on our current journey. Every pip card is illustrated with intricate floral elements, while the court cards and major arcana feature characters from world mythology. Includes a 136-page illustrated guidebook, so if you don't get a paper guidebook with this deck, you have a fake one, right? And 78 black gilt-edged cards printed with a unique combination of spot gloss and matte varnish, adding vibrant pops of color. I was really intrigued by this last year when I saw this. Oh yeah, because I was moving. That's why I didn't get it. I was moving. So let's see what we've got going on with this little major arcana. Now I know that the pip part of the deck, which is the major or the minor. Why can't I talk today? The minor arcana only have the upright and reversed little keyword kind of things going on. But what's unique is they have the elements, like they have the earth element for pentacles, see, on the card. But let's just see what the major arcana has to say here. So we have the upright and reversed. The jackalope is a creature from American folklore, described as a jackrabbit with the antlers of a deer. And just never mind Phyllis barking. She got outside, rolled in the dust and the sand, and she's all dusty now, so she's staying outside. While the jackrabbit, a type of hare, represents swiftness and intuition, the deer represents doe-eyed innocence. These animals combine their traits to create a quintessential representation of the forest. Though many creatures of legend are fearsome, the jackalope is more often seen as cute, friendly, and whimsical. It is content to hop through the forest and explore the world. The fool teaches us to revel in simple joys and be ready to learn and grow. Symbol is salt. Salt is one of the three primes. Hold on just a second. Okay, salt is one of the three primes in alchemy. Along with sulfur and mercury, it represents the body and the physical world. Due to its use in preventing food from spoiling, salt has become a symbol of protection and purification. The expression salt of the earth refers to a person who is honest and grounded. So, look, I don't usually do this, but I'm going to read all of these for the major arcana. Now, the minor arcana is just the little upright and reversed, because those are the pip part of the deck. I might read the court cards. We shall see when we get there, when we get that far. I only have a few minutes. If you hear a bell, that's my dinner in the oven. So let's take a good looky-loo at these cards. The Folklore Tarot. Nice little purple in the box. So here we are. Look at this. It's like it's... looks like it's engraved the way that it's printed. Isn't that pretty? Now I gotta touch it. It's got black gilding. Let me open this up. I already burnt my finger today. It's been a haphazard Monday for me. That is for sure. Okay. Ooh, it is kind of like uplifted a little bit. That is cool. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see how it's kind of uplifted? That is cool. Very pretty colors. I don't know if you can catch it, but it's a matte gilding. It's black edges. Okay. And we've got that. The color part is like a gloss, and it looks like it's like got that layering. Do you see it? Am I just like blinding you with the lights? Do you see it? Very pretty. Okay, so let's get closer, shall we? Get closer. Oh. Hold please. Here we go. Come on, camera. Okay. So, here we go. So I already read the Fool. Very pretty colors. Very, not too thin, not too thick. Normal size tarot. Magician. Well, yeah, now I gotta read that, right? Okay, so the dragon is one of the most well-known mythical creatures. Variations of these mystical serpents appear in most cultures around the world. This card depicts the fire-breathing dragon that originated in medieval bestiaries and is a common staple in modern fantasy fiction. Sorry, I had to turn my beeper off. Since this particular dragon lacks 4 legs, it is more specifically identified as a wyvern or a viren, right? Dragons are often said to be intelligent and powerful guardians of treasure. This card encourages us to think about what we treasure most and hold onto it dearly, with traits inspired by lizards, serpents, bats, and crocodilians. These powerful hybrids represent all of the base elements: fire, water, earth, and air combined. The magician teaches us to use every skill at our disposal and tackle problems head on. The symbol, which is right here. Let me get closer. So sorry. I want to make sure that you guys see it. The symbol. Okay. Philosopher's Stone. The ultimate goal of alchemy was the creation of the legendary Philosopher's Stone, a substance that had properties of healing and immortality, along with the ability to turn lead into gold. As a metaphor, the stone also represents the acquisition of skill and knowledge, a transformation of the mind. Isn't that gorgeous? Priestess. So this is the high priestess, right? Priestess. The priestess is a being of mind and mystery, lending us her wisdom through intuition and subconscious thought. She is embodied here by Hecate, the Greek goddess of magic, witchcraft, crossroads, and the moon. As a triple goddess, she simultaneously encompasses the aspects of the maiden, mother, and crone, each bringing their unique talents and wisdom. The maiden holds a key to unlock hidden knowledge. The mother holds 2 torches to light our path, and the crone holds a dagger to represent her sharp intellect. Hecate is flanked by 2 black she-dogs, her guardians and familiars. She encourages us to trust in ourselves and follow our instincts. Symbol, quicksilver or mercury, which is right here. As one of the 3 base elements in alchemy, along with salt and sulfur, mercury represents the mind. It's a feminine symbol also associated with the planet Mercury, illustrating the priestess's mysterious and mercurial nature. Isn't that pretty? It almost looks like it could be like one of those holographic images, the way that it is painted, but it's not. It's just really, really pretty. Really nicely done. Okay, 3, Empress. Asasi is a goddess of fertility and the earth, worshipped by the Akan people of Ghana. Thursday is her sacred day, so farmers abstain from working the land and pour out libations in her honor. She also watches over the dead who are buried in the ground, and the living can connect to their ancestors through her. Mother Earth goddesses are common in mythology, usually contrasted by a sky father. Some examples of other earth goddesses include the Mesopotamian goddess Ninhursag, the Greek Gaia, the Hindu Prithvi, and the Maori Papatanuku. I know I chopped that and I apologize. Like all Mother Nature goddesses, Asasi teaches us to appreciate the land, be grateful for what we are given, and give in return whenever we are able. The symbol, copper Venus female. Most commonly known as a symbol of womanhood, this symbol also represents the planet Venus, named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. In alchemy, it is used as a symbol for copper. Really? Interesting. Okay. Emperor. Okay, this is going to be a hard one for me. Fudo Meo-o. An important divinity in Japanese Buddhism. I apologize for my chopping up that name. It's going to happen throughout the video, just a forewarning. I apologize in advance. Is a wrathful form of the Buddha Vairocana. He was originally a Hindu deity with the Sanskrit name Akala, who was later integrated into Buddhist tradition. He turned his anger into compassion by using his strength to protect others, remove obstacles, and battle the forces of evil. He carries a sword in his right hand and a rope in his left to fight demons and bind them. He is associated with fire and the Goma ceremony, in which wooden sticks symbolizing human desires and suffering are burned away. He is also a guide for the deceased. Through his power and immovable faith, Fudo Myo-o teaches us that sometimes it is necessary to fight for what is right. Symbol: Iron Mars male. While this symbol is now used to represent masculinity, it was originally related to Mars, both the planet and the Roman god of war. It's also the alchemy symbol for iron. Interesting. Very, very interesting. This is beautiful. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. These are just so pretty for a pip deck to be this beautiful and intricate. This is a hard thing to find in pip decks. Usually pip decks are just like little symbols, and stick figures. Not much to them, but this is like quite beautiful. I really love the depth that this pip deck has. The Hierophant is the connection between the physical and spiritual world. He guides us through ritual and tradition. This card depicts the vision serpent, a creature that was revered by the Maya. Serpents are central to Mayan mythology as celestial beings that transport the sun and stars across the sky. Through bloodletting rituals, the vision serpent would appear and provide communication between Earth and the spirit world of Zabalba. For that reason, the serpent is often depicted with the image of a god or ancestor emerging from its mouth. This card shows us that there is wisdom in tradition and guidance to be found in communing with the spiritual. Symbol is sulfur. Along with salt and mercury, sulfur is one of the 3 primes in alchemy. It is a masculine symbol that represents the soul, as well as the connection between the mortal and divine realms. Wow. Okay. The Lovers. Look how pretty that is. The Lovers card is a representation of duality, illustrated here in the union of Krishna and Radha. Krishna is an avatar of Vishnu, one of the principal deities in Hinduism. Radha is his consort and chief of the gopis, or milkmaids. While they both individually represent love, compassion, and devotion, they come together in an even higher union, symbolizing the absolute masculine and feminine forms of the divine. This card relates to all relationships, romantic or otherwise, teaching us to have compassion and devotion for those that we love. It also reminds us to follow our hearts when making important decisions. Symbol is Gemini. This card is about two things coming together and connection. It is therefore symbolized by Gemini, the astrological sign of the twins. It shows that even though the card is titled Lovers, it can represent any important relationship or partnership, including those between friends and family. Beautiful. I just got all kinds of bells and barkings and all kinds of stuff. It has been a Monday for the record book, for sure. Chariot. Isn't this pretty? And just to let you know, Phyllis is partially blind, and she mostly just stands in the middle of the yard and just barks randomly. She's not barking at anything in particular. The 8-legged horse illustrated on this card is Sleipnir. Sleipnir? Born of the trickster god Loki, this horse became the steed of Odin, the Norse god of war and wisdom. According to legend, he is the best and fastest horse. He can run twice as fast as a regular steed since he has twice the number of legs. As one of the animal spirits serving Odin, Sleipnir provides him with transportation not only on physical land, but also through the air and between the different realms. In the same way, the Chariot card is not just about physical movement, but about finding the methods and motivation to keep moving forward. It teaches us to strive for more, to set goals for ourselves, and to work until we reach them. Symbol is Sagittarius. The Chariot is associated with the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. People born under this sign are known for their energy, curiosity, and optimism. They are said to value freedom, experience, and travel more than any other sign. Sagittarius is represented by the constellation of an archer, telling us to shoot for the stars and believe that we can achieve greatness. Ooh, strength. The griffin is a legendary creature, originally depicted in ancient Iranian and Egyptian art. It was later popularized in Europe and became a common image in heraldry. It has the body, hind legs, and tail of a lion, with the head, front talons, and wings of an eagle. The lion and eagle are both symbols of strength and power in their own right, and when combined, make the griffin an even stronger symbol. Many legends reference the griffin as a guardian or protector. This card not only emphasizes physical strength, but also inner power. It teaches us to believe in ourselves and keep fighting even when things get tough. Symbol is Leo. It's obvious why Leo would be picked as the symbol for this card, since this zodiac sign is all about strength, boldness, and pride. The lion teaches us to be confident and comfortable in our skin, while also using our strengths to help us, or to help those around us. Beautiful. Hermit. This card depicts the salmon of wisdom, a creature of Celtic lore that began as an ordinary salmon, but after consuming 9 hazelnuts that had fallen into the well of wisdom, it gained all the knowledge in the world. It is much sought after by fishermen, for whoever eats it would gain the wisdom as well. This story symbolizes the pursuit of knowledge and how we must think critically about the information we receive. After all, it's difficult to find the salmon of wisdom in a school of identical fish. The elusive hermit teaches us to pursue knowledge and to contemplate the nature of the world and ourselves. Symbol is Pisces. The connection to Pisces is clear since they are both represented by fish. The symbol also serves to represent the alchemical process of protection or of projection, the transformation of matter into a higher substance, such as lead into gold. By pursuing knowledge and understanding, we continue to become better versions of ourselves. Now here, I already know that there's going to be comments, right? Because these symbols that are assigned to these cards are not necessarily the traditional symbols that are assigned to them, right? Like the Hermit is Virgo energy. We all know that from traditional tarot, but it's bringing in a different kind of energy in this particular deck, right? So let's continue on. I'm glad I'm reading the Major Arcana. This is very different, right? Wheel. The Moira, also called the Fates, are a group of 3 goddesses from Greek mythology who determine the destinies of mortals by manipulating the threads of life. Clotho spins the thread, Lachesis measures it, and Atropos cuts it with her shears, representing the cycle of birth, life, and death. This trio of fate controlling goddesses have counterparts in several other traditions, including the Parcae in the Roman pantheon and the Norns in Norse mythology. The only certain thing that the future brings is change, and the wheel teaches us not to fight against our fate, but to embrace it and see where the threads may take us. Symbol, planet Earth, Wheel of the Year. Though this symbol has come to represent the planet Earth in astrology, it's derived from a solar symbol from the Bronze Age. In Wicca, it is associated with the Wheel of the Year and the 4 seasons. It represents the constant cycle of change and renewal. Okay. Justice. Ma'at is an Egyptian goddess and the embodiment of truth, justice, and order. She is often depicted with wings and holding an ankh, the symbol of life. When a spirit enters the realm of the dead, their heart is weighed against one of Ma'at's feathers to determine whether they lived a just life. If they were guilty of crimes, their heavy heart would tip the scales, and it would then be devoured by a creature named Amit. If they lived a good life and upheld truth and order, their lightheartedness would allow them to continue into the afterlife. This card shows us that to achieve peace, we must continually strive for balance and justice. Symbol is Libra. Within the zodiac, this is the symbol for Libra, the scales representing all things in balance. In alchemy, the symbol has also been used to represent the process of sublimation, the transformation from a solid state directly to a gaseous form. This shows how physical justice leads to spiritual balance. Isn't that lovely? Hanged Man. Hangman. Odin is the Norse god of wisdom. healing, death, war, and victory. He is the All-Father and the King of Asir. Odin is flanked by his two ravens, Hugin, which is thought, and Munin, which is memory, who fly above the world and report back to tell him what they have seen. Odin's powers did not come easily. He sacrificed one of his eyes to drink from the well of knowledge and gain all of its wisdom. He hung from Yggdrasil, the world tree, for 9 days and nights to learn the runic alphabet and the secrets of magic. The hangman teaches us that sometimes sacrifice is necessary for growth. We must let go of the things that hold us back in order to move forward, even if that journey is difficult. Symbol is Jupiter or tin. This symbol represents the planet Jupiter, named after the Roman god, the sky and thunder, of the sky and thunder. Just as Odin is the king of the Asir, one of the groups of Norse gods, Jupiter is the king of the Roman gods. In astrology, this planet is often associated with the element of air and the concept of breath. In alchemy, this symbol represents the metal tin. Very interesting. Something to really think about and research further, right? Death. Throughout the British Isles, there are tales of ghostly black dogs. Because of their association with graveyards, they are often perceived as being malevolent. However, there are also many stories of such dogs acting as guardians of the dead and the spirit world. Picking the death card might seem ominous for someone unfamiliar with the tarot. However, the true meaning of this card is transformation. The bones depicted at the bottom of the illustration represent the end of one phase, and the field of mushrooms growing from them represent the beginning of another. The ghostly black dog can only be seen in the space between life and death, protecting this necessary cycle. Symbol, arsenic. When most people hear arsenic, they think immediately of its toxicity. But like the death card, which sounds scary at first, its alchemical meaning is more closely tied to the theme of transformation. This association comes from the fact that it can appear in different forms, either gray and metallic or yellow and crystalline. Wow. Temperance. One of the most well-known elements of Chinese culture and mythology is the Chinese dragon, also called Long. These legendary creatures are associated with power, strength, and good luck. Chinese emperors often used the dragon to symbolize their imperial authority. Other important and successful people have often been compared to these noble creatures as well. Dragons are believed to be able to control aspects of the weather, especially rainfall. Different colors of Chinese dragons carry additional symbolism. For example, blue dragons are said to represent nature, peace, and tranquility, while red dragons bring fortune and happiness. The Temperance card reminds us to strive for balance and harmony in every aspect of our lives. Symbol, Aquarius. Temperance is the philosophy of balance and watering down the elements and emotions that are too strong. It is no surprise then that this card shows the symbol for Aquarius. The zodiac sign of the water bearer The sign represents thoughts, ideas, and intuition. It encourages us to think and stay calm instead of acting on our impulses. Devil. The devil is the personification of evil and destruction. The concept of a devil is present in many cultures, though the card in the original tarot was inspired by Christian theology. A common visualization of the Christian devil includes animalistic traits such as a goat head, horns, and legs, with bat wings and a forked tail. A lot of this imagery comes from the demonization of pagan gods present at the time of early Christianity, since many of these deities inhibited a combination of both human and animal traits. This illustration is based on the depiction by Pamela Coleman Smith in the famous Rider-Waite tarot deck. The devil card symbolizes negative influences in our lives and a lack of self-control. Symbol antimony. In alchemical symbolism, antimony represents the wild parts of human nature. These animalistic impulses have evolutionary functions and are not inherently evil, but they must be balanced through conscious behaviors and self-control so as not to take over. Tower. Look at that pretty little house with chicken legs. The forest witch Baba Yaga is one of the most prominent figures in Slavic folklore. No one knows where they may encounter her, since her hut travels through the woods on giant chicken legs. She is an interesting figure in that she's not always portrayed as good or evil, but as morally ambiguous and unpredictable. Coming across her hut represents a major shift in the hero's journey, for better or worse. Baba Yaga is just as likely to help you in your quest as she is to try and eat you for dinner. The tower is a sign of sudden change and upheaval, of potential danger, but also potential reward. Symbol, Cancer. The zodiac sign of Cancer is tied to the moon and is associated with cyclical patterns. Cancers are also known to have a tough exterior, but are usually soft and sensitive inside, similar to the dual nature of this ancient forest witch. I know what you're thinking. The tower is Scorpio and Mars, right? Calm down. This is a different kind of deck, right? And every deck has their own interpretations. So simmer down, everybody. Simmer down. I'm loving this. Here's my favorite card, the Star. Let's see what we've got going on for the Star. The Sumerian goddess Inanna, later called Ishtar by the Babylonians, is the queen of heaven and the goddess of love, fertility, and war. She is often portrayed with bundles of reeds in her hands, a common symbol of fertility and abundance. Many women in mythology are portrayed simply as young maidens, faithful wives, or caring mothers, but Inanna manifests her power in her independence. She does as she pleases, taking many lovers as a goddess of sensuality, but also riding into battle as a fully armored goddess of war. One of her symbols is an 8-pointed star. The star is a symbol of hope and purpose, a light in the dark to guide us forward. Symbol, pentagram. The pentagram has long been a symbol of order and protection. Ancient Christians used to Let me start over. Ancient Christians used to depict the 5 wounds of Christ. In East Asian culture, it represents the 5 Taoist elements of earth, water, wood, fire, and metal. In the West, it is now a common symbol for Wicca, representing the 4 classical elements of earth, air, water, and fire, along with either or spirit at the top. Moon. The werewolf is a common creature in European folklore. Though they are generally indistinguishable from humans, they are forced to transform into wolves during the full moon. These legends are often a representation of the darker nature of humanity, the fears, doubts, and aggressive tendencies that are frequently hidden. According to the tales, people can become werewolves if they are bitten or scratched by another. Through this metaphor, we can see how fear, aggression, and false information can spread through the population. The moon reveals all of these illusions and anxieties so that we are better able to understand and confront them. That is beautiful. I love that. Symbol, moon or silver. The symbol for the moon is also the alchemical symbol for silver, the werewolf's most common weakness. This contrast, one revealing the wolf within us and the other weakening it, shows that they are 2 sides to the same coin. We must learn to acknowledge and accept the negative aspects of ourselves in order to process and overcome them. That is beautiful. I really like that. That is lovely. Beautiful. Let's see what we've got here. The phoenix is a fiery bird known for its immortality. At the end of its long life, it bursts into flames and is reborn from the ashes. This cycle of death and rebirth combines ancient wisdom with youthful innocence and optimism. It teaches us to improve ourselves as we get older, while also staying in touch with our inner child. The phoenix, like the sun, is a strong symbol of life, overcoming obstacles and embracing fiery passion. Though the name phoenix comes from the Greek language, tales of similar birds are found in many diverse cultures throughout Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Its story, like its message, is universal. Symbol is sun or gold. The symbol for the sun is also the alchemy symbol for gold, which was seen as the most beautiful and perfect substance. The highest pursuit of alchemy was to turn baser metals into gold, just as the card represents success through transformation. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. Judgment. This illustration is inspired by various biblical descriptions of angels with multiple wings, the heads of different animals, and even stranger imagery, such as interconnected wheels covered in eyes. The concept of the guardian angel is comforting to many, a figure on your shoulder that is always looking out for you. They may act as a protector, a spiritual guide, and a moral compass. Angels are divine messengers, and the message this card brings is one of spiritual awakening through self-reflection. Their many eyes encourage us to look inward and examine our own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, so that we may learn to grow and find purpose within ourselves. Symbol, magnesium. Many portrayals of angels depict them as being aflame with radiant light. In a similar way, magnesium is a symbol of eternity, because once it is ignited, it cannot be extinguished. Beautiful. I love that. And the world. The world tree is a concept prevalent in many cultures. It is a representation of a cosmic tree that connects several realms. Its branches often reach up toward the heavens, and its roots down to the underworld. With Earth at the center, this concept is present in several Mesoamerican, Norse, Persian, Slavic, and Judeo-Christian mythologies, among others. People have understood for thousands of years that all living things are interconnected. Time and time again, we see the tree to be a sacred living symbol of nature and the world itself, providing us with shade and sustenance. The world gives us life, and we must revere and protect it in return. Symbol Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign, staying grounded just as the world tree stays firmly rooted in place. People born under this zodiac sign are said to be perfectionists, always meticulously planning and striving for success. The constellation Virgo depicts a maiden representing innocence and purity. This ties back to the Fool card and completes the cycle of the major arcana. Isn't that gorgeous? So let's take a look at our pip cards. We're going to start with cups. Let me see. Let me just flip through here till I get to the page. Okay. So we have the ace. Two of cups. So pretty. Beautiful little flowers. 3. 4 of cups. Oh, that's so pretty. 5 of cups. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me see if it tells me what the flowers are. Nope. No, it does not. So we have the 6 of cups, 7 of cups. These are beautiful pep cards. We have the 8 of cups, 9 of cups. Wow. So beautiful. Very inspiring. This is the 10 of cups. And then we have the page of cups. Here we have the water element. See if they have the water, yeah, they have the water element on the other cards as well. The Selkie is a creature from Celtic folklore capable of shape-shifting from a seal to a human. In human form, they are often portrayed as women wearing their shed seal pelt as a coat. This coat is necessary for them to transform back to their true form. Many tales revolve around a man stealing a Selkie's fur so that she is forced to stay on land and often ends up marrying him. But sooner or later, she is able to recover her stolen coat and returns to the sea in her seal form. The Selkie teaches us to be happy in our own skin and not to let anybody stop us from being our true selves. Isn't that gorgeous? And we have the Knight of Cups. Some may recognize the word hippocampus to be part of the brain that focuses on learning and memory. However, it is also a mythological creature depicted as a cross between a horse and a fish. Though the name is Greek, similar creatures appear throughout diverse folkloric traditions, particularly around the Mediterranean. It may seem like a strange combination to modern eyes, but the horse is often associated with water in ancient folklore. In Greek and Roman tradition, a team of hippocampus sped Poseidon or Neptune across the waves. In Celtic lore, a kelpie is a shape-shifting aquatic spirit, often in the form of a horse. These curious hybrid creatures encourage us to think outside the box and become more imaginative in our associations. Quick little side note. This is the only thing I really remember from my Psych 101 class, and my professor would probably throw her hands up in the air. But I remember my little saying for hippocampus so that I knew what it meant in psychology. And my little saying was, hippos never get lost when they're camping. It's the part of your brain that stores all of the maps and the compass in your head that teaches you how to get to, or that tells you how to get from one place to another. That's how I remember it. Hippos never get lost when they're camping. In case there's any Psych 101 people out there. Okay, Queen of Cups. Who do we have here? The suit of cups is associated with the element of water and is therefore represented by one of the most well-known aquatic creatures in folklore, the mermaid. Mermaids have the upper body of a woman with the lower body of a fish. Depictions and reported sightings of mermaids are common in many cultures around the world. While a few cultures view them as ill omens, such as the tales of Greek sirens luring victims with their song, the majority of mermaid myths see them as benevolent creatures. Their beauty and joyful innocence relate to the best features of the sea, calming waves, and awe-inspiring views. King of Cups. The kappa is an aquatic creature from traditional Japanese folklore. They are small humanoids with green skin, a beak, and a turtle shell. Often portrayed as tricksters, their behavior can range from playful to malevolent. In some stories, they are even known to attack or try to drown those who trespass in their rivers. These tales show the importance of respecting the boundaries of others so as not to create conflict. On the top of their heads, they have a depression or dish filled with water. When they are on land, they must be extremely careful not to spill out the water or they will lose their power. The kappa shows us the importance of balance and control. That's amazing. Okay, so we have Pentacles coming up next. Let me get to the page. There we go. Okay, so we have Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Isn't that beautiful? These are gorgeous cards. 2 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. See the 4. Beautiful. 4 of Pentacles. So pretty. I don't think that the colors are really picking up as well. I should probably change out my tablecloth. I think the red is making these a little more dull than what they are. They're quite vibrant. 6 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. So pretty. 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so here we have the Page of Pentacles. The Pixiu is a creature from Chinese mythology, depicted with the body and tail of a lion, the head of a dragon, feathered wings, and a single antler. Previously, only the males were said to have one antler, while the females had two, but the distinction is now largely ignored. Pixiu are known to eat gold, silver, and jewels, but never expel them. Therefore, they have become a symbol for acquiring and retaining wealth. In legends, they are able to sense these precious items and bring them back to their masters. Statues of Pixiu are similarly used to bring prosperity to a household. Wow. Knight of Pentacles. The centaur is a creature from Greek mythology with the head and torso of a human and the lower body of a horse. Like most animal hybrid beasts, they were mainly thought of as having a wild and uncivilized nature. However, the most famous example of a centaur in mythology was Chiron, who was known for his wisdom and healing abilities. He taught and trained several heroes, including Achilles and Hercules, Greek form of Hercules. Centaurs are also known for their skills in archery, such as their representation with the zodiac sign Sagittarius. The Knight of Pentacles encourages us to aim our arrows high, keeping our goals within our sight and working hard to achieve them. The Queen of Pentacles. Kamadhenu, also called Surabhi, is a Hindu goddess. She is portrayed with the body of a cow, the face of a woman, colorful wings, and the tail of a peacock. She is considered to be a form of Devi, the Divine Mother, and therefore has the role of a nurturing maternal figure. She is the cow of plenty, able to grant people all their needs, wishes, and desires. It is said that all of the gods are encompassed within her body. As the Queen of Pentacles, she provides comfort and support. She reminds us that it's okay to ask for help when we need it and encourages us to give to others when we can. Isn't that gorgeous? And then we have the King of Pentacles. Of course it's Taurus, the bull. As a symbol of strength, power, and fertility, the bull has long been associated with the King of Pentacles. Though there are several examples of bull-headed gods and creatures throughout folklore, the most widely known is the Minotaur from Greek mythology. He was a fearsome creature who lived in the center of a labyrinth. The hero Theseus was able to defeat the creature, and with the help of the princess Ariadne, did not become trapped in the maze. She gave him a ball of string to unravel as he went in, so he could follow it back on his way out. We sometimes walk through life like we're in a labyrinth, not knowing what awaits us around the next corner, and often feeling lost or confused. But if we find something important to us, we can hold on to it like a string and let it lead us in the right direction. Isn't that gorgeous? And here we go with swords. Let me get to the page. Okay. Swords is our next suit. So we have the ace. These are pretty. Two of swords. The three of swords. Four of Swords, Five of Swords. Wow, so pretty. Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. Oh, these are so pretty. 10 of Swords. And here we are with the Page of Swords. The cockatrice is a beast with the head of a rooster and the tail of a snake. It is similar to the basilisk. According to lore, an egg laid by a rooster and hatched under a toad would yield a cockatrice. They are best known for their frightful ability to kill just by looking people in the eye. Like many hybrid creatures, its symbolism can also be gathered by the sum of its parts. The rooster represents virility, pride, and enthusiasm. Its distinctive call can be heard every morning, making it also a symbol of clear communication. The snake is known for shedding its skin and is therefore associated with rebirth, fertility, and creativity. Wow. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Knights in this deck are represented by horses, and as this suit is related to air, it is only fitting that the Knight of Swords be a winged horse. There are several examples of them in folklore, including the Quenlima in China and the Barak in Islamic tradition. One of the most well-known examples is Pegasus from Greek myth, born of the blood of Medusa after she was slain by Perseus. This noble steed later aided Perseus in his quest to slay the sea monster Cetus and rescue the princess Andromeda. Pegasus also aided Bellerophon, another hero, in slaying the Chimera. The Knight of Swords is a call to action, to stop dreaming and start doing, and Pegasus is here to aid you in that quest. Wow. Queen of Swords. In Slavic folklore, the siren is a magical bird with the face and breasts of a beautiful woman. This creature is inspired by the sirens of ancient Greek mythology, which were originally depicted as bird-human hybrids, though they were later illustrated as mermaids. Like in the Greek myths, the Slavic siren is said to sing so beautifully that it enchants all who hear her. However, the siren has earned more positive associations with happiness and paradise. According to some stories, only those who are truly happy can hear her song and follow her in order to catch a glimpse of this rare and elusive creature. This mirrors the elusive nature of seeking true happiness in life. It's not always an easy journey, but one worth undertaking. Okay, and the King of Swords. Ooh. Thoth is the ancient Egyptian god of magic, wisdom, knowledge, and writing. He's most often portrayed as a man with the head of an ibis, or sometimes as a baboon. He's the scribe of the gods, and according to legend, the inventor of the hieroglyphs. as well as the practices of law, philosophy, and magic. His roles included recording history and stories, settling disputes among the gods, aiding to judge the dead, and otherwise upholding balance and order in the world. The King of Swords teaches us to stay impartial and level-headed as we pursue facts and knowledge to discern the truth. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. Okay, so here we are on our last suit. Let me get to the page part. Okay. So here we are with the suit of wands. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, new deck, sticking together, it's all right. Three of Wands, Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Wands, beautiful, Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, so pretty, 10 of Wands, wow. And here we are with the Page of Wands. Of course, it's a fox. Okay. The kitsune is a Japanese fox spirit said to possess high intelligence and magical powers. The myth originates from a similar Chinese creature, the Hulijing, or nine-tailed fox. Kitsune can live for centuries and gain more tails as they get older and more powerful. According to legend, when a fox reaches 100 years of age, it gains the ability to shapeshift into a human. Like many foxes, they're known for their propensity for trickery. They most often take the form of a beautiful young woman to play tricks on men. The Page of Wands brings its curious and chaotic energy to any reading and delivers surprises and inspiration. Beautiful. There we go with our unicorn. The Knight of Wands. The unicorn is a horse or goat-like creature with a single prominent horn on its forehead. It was a popular image in medieval tapestries and heraldry, but depictions of this creature go back to antiquity, particularly in the Middle East. It is also similar to the Kulin from Chinese mythology. The unicorn is a symbol of grace and purity, and its horn is said to have magical healing properties. According to legend, this wild and elusive creature can only be tamed by a young maiden. Unicorns are popular in fantasy genres as well as children's imaginations. The Knight of Wands calls back to childlike innocence and desire for adventure. Love it. Queen of Wands. Pele is the Hawaiian goddess of fire and volcanoes. According to legend, she was exiled from Tahiti due to her temper and fled to Hawaii in a canoe. There, she made a home for herself on the Big Island, residing within the active volcano of Kaluia. As much as the goddess destroys with molten lava, she also creates. The islands are constantly being reshaped by new eruptions. Here, the Queen of Wands sits with her crown of leua blossoms in a plant that is sacred to the goddess, since they are the first trees to grow on newly formed lava flows. She shows us that passion can create beautiful things, but it can also be destructive if we're not careful. Isn't that a beautiful message? And the King of Wands, Jinn, sometimes called jinn or genies, are humanoid creatures made from smokeless flame. Tales of the jinn originated prior to Islam, and they have been integrated into Islamic beliefs. The jinn are said to live all around us, but are invisible, although they sometimes choose to show themselves in various forms. Like humans, jinn are mortal. They eat, drink, and reproduce. However, they can live for thousands of years and have magical powers. In some tales, such as the story of Aladdin, they use their magic to aid humans. In other stories, however, they can be tricky or malevolent, teaching us to always be careful and vigilant. Isn't that gorgeous? I really dig this deck. I can't wait to play with this deck. Really can't wait to play with it. Oh, it's nice and smooth too. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I had a few of them stick, but new deck, and it's got gilded edges. So you know, everyone, when you have gilded edges on any deck, you're going to have some cards sticking together when they're brand new. You just need to unstick them and they'll be fine, right? Look how they flow. How beautiful is that? I hope that you really enjoyed this review for the Folklore Tarot. Beautiful book. Now, if you see a Folklore Tarot with one of those QR codes for a PDF of the tarot, I promise you it will be fake. Be very, very careful out there, you guys. I will put the link to the Amazon listing in the description box below, but I'll also put a link to the usgames.com listing for this if you want to go straight to the manufacturer to purchase it. That way you know you'll get an authentic deck. I'm just saying. They might have it on like Llewellyn.com. I don't know. I haven't seen it on Llewellyn, but you never know. They might have it on like Magic.com might have it if you want to check them out. I'm kind of boycotting Magic.com right now because I'm tired of waiting for months on end for my orders. They're really slow at shipping, and I'm kind of mad at them right now. But that doesn't mean that they don't sell authentic, legitimate stuff. They just take forever to ship, and I'm kind of just irritated with them right now. I'll probably order from them again, but not anytime soon. And next time I order from them, I probably won't. I'll probably do it months ahead of time, just so that I can make sure to get my stuff when I expect to get them, right? But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think of this Folklore Tarot and the very different meanings and symbolisms that have been attributed to the major arcana. Let me know how you feel about that. I think it's amazing, and I can't wait to play with it. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next video.